today I'm going to show you how I make a raw fruit pizza with a sweet potato crust. This is a fun raw recipe that I've been enjoying lately. I've been eating a lot of raw food, and the crust is made with just a regular sweet potato. This is the kind that's orange on the inside, very commonly available. So I'm going to just take the little end nibs off of the sweet potato because we're not going to use those. And I'm just going to cut the sweet potato up into little sections to help the blender. This recipe doesn't have a lot of ingredients, but it does take a long time to make because it's going to be in the dehydrator for probably, I don't know, 16 hours or so. So you do have to think ahead with this, but it's well worth it. I've been eating a lot of raw food lately, and this recipe really fills the need for something crispy and crunchy and fruity. And I love sweet potatoes, especially when they're baked, but on a raw diet, obviously I can't do that. So this is how I get my sweet potatoes in. So just one pretty good sized sweet potato, sort of chopped up, and I'm going to also add 2 very ripe bananas. So you want the bananas that are nice and freckled and you know, really spotty. These are way more digestible than the perfectly yellow bananas that you see all over the place. So make sure that these are very ripe. These will be sweeter as well. So 2 bananas, and I'm just going to pop this into my compost. And I'm also going to add some nice flavoring. So I've got some cinnamon and some pumpkin pie spice. You can really come up with your own combination. I'm also going to add some chia seed and some flaxseed. Oops, didn't all come out. And then I'm just going to blend this all together. So I use a Excalibur dehydrator. It is in the back here. I'll move this in a moment so you can see. It's a 9-tray Excalibur dehydrator. Very simple, just basically moves the air around. And it comes with 9 trays like this. And I use a Teflex sheet on top of the tray. I'm going to end up spreading all this delicious fruit on top of our pizza, but I'll put that out of the way for now and show you what I do next in the steps. So I've got a nice paste. It's kind of the consistency of, I guess, baby food maybe, but I just pour it into the middle of the sheet, and you could make several smaller little pizza crusts. I like to do one large one because I will in fact eat this as one meal myself. It's just, you know, 1 sweet potato, 2 bananas, and a bunch of fruit. So this would be a really delicious meal for me if I'm eating a raw vegan diet. So, and it's pretty hard to share this, I must say. It's really good. So I just spread this mixture over the tray, and you want to keep it about a 1/4 inch thick so that it doesn't, because when you dehydrate it, all the moisture is going to come out, and you don't want the crust to sort of crack apart because it's too thin. So as tempting as it is to get it really thin, don't do that. Just spread it sort of in about a 1/4 inch thick. That looks about right, and you can make it whatever shape you want. If you want a round one or a square one, that's it. So the next step is to take this crust and pop it into the dehydrator. So I'm going to just move this blender out the way and show you the dehydrator. So this is a dehydrator. I don't have it plugged in at the moment because it makes a humming noise, and in fact I don't even keep it in my kitchen. I keep it downstairs in my basement so I don't have to listen to it going for 24 hours when I'm making, you know, a recipe like this. So all I do is I take the lid off and I pop this in, and I do have a couple here to show you. So I would turn it on, and then this is what it looks like after being in the dehydrator. I did one yesterday, so it was overnight in the dehydrator, and then today I pulled this one out, and this is what it looks like once it's been in there overnight. So probably about, you know, 10-12 hours or so. And then all I do is I just flip it over and I peel back the crust from the Teflix sheet here. And then it's still quite pliable. So you could use it like this. You could make smaller ones. I often make smaller ones and then I sort of fold it up like a taco, you know, and put all my fruit inside here and eat it like a taco, you know, smaller, you can picture that. But this one I'm going to put back into the dehydrator and let it dehydrate for probably another, you know, 6-7 hours to get really nice and crispy. And I'll show you exactly what it looks like when it comes out. So this is one that I had done in that step, and then I put back in for 6 or 7 hours. So this was the first side, and then this was the shiny side is the one that's been on the bottom when you start off. So this is my raw crust ready to go, and all I need to do is make some nice toppings for it. So let me show you how I do that. I'm going to bring back my blender, and I like to do a mango sort of sauce on the base and then add fruit to it. So I just have, I'm just going to move my crust out of the way here for a moment. So I just choose some really nice mangoes. It's a great time of year to do this recipe because mangoes are really coming into season and they're plenty available. So I just slice down each side of the mango pit and scoop out the flesh. So I'll probably use probably about a mango and a half here because these ones are a fairly good size mangoes. And I'm just going to blend it into a sauce with nothing else in it. Just plain mango. You could also use frozen mangoes if it wasn't the perfect time of year to get these gorgeous mangoes. I'm going to grab one more very ripe one. This one's nice and soft. Again, I just slice along the side of the pit. And not to worry, I will nibble on all the mango bits around the pits on these two later. It's probably going to be enough. I can hang on to that one. Just going to blend this up. And this will be the pizza sauce. So I don't want to turn it into mango juice, so you can't go too far with this. And I'm just going to clean off my tray because this board is going to be my serving board. So bring back my crust and if you use frozen mango, your sauce is going to be a little thicker, which is really great, but this is going to be just fine. So I'm just going to spread the mango sauce out here. It's so vibrant and beautiful. And can I remind you right now to just hit the subscribe button to this YouTube channel so you can get notifications of future videos. It really helps support our work, and I would really appreciate it. So let's see. So I'm just going to spread out this beautiful mango sauce. I probably could have done the other half of the second mango too, but that's good enough for now. And then I can get fancy and decorated with the rest of the fruit. So I have a selection of things here. I'm going to start with the blackberries. I love blackberries. My husband's a huge fan of blackberries, so I'll put those on. I also have some raspberries. So you can, make this a fun project where, if you have a few of these crusts, people can just decorate their own or garnish their own. I have some pineapple chunks here, which is going to be a fun tropical flavor. And also gives, the different fruits give different consistencies to the pizza. So also flavor and texture that you're going for. And then I have some blueberries that I can dot around. I put blueberries on everything. I've also got some strawberries here, so I might just, slice up a couple of slices of strawberry, sprinkle those around, but I already have the raspberries, so this is more for the flavor than a color right now. Big fan of strawberries, a few slices everywhere. And I've also got grapes here, so I could use a few green grapes and some purple grapes. So honestly, whatever you have on hand. I could also, use some more of the mango and put a few mango slices. Gosh, these grapes are enormous. I'm gonna have to cut them in quarters. So I'll quarter up these grapes and pop them on too. It's looking very pretty. And then just for fun, I like to put on a garnish of mint, fresh mint leaves. So in a typical pizza, you might put on some basil. I'm just going to put a little sprig of fresh mint in the middle here. And there you have a beautiful fruit pizza with a sweet potato crust. Just a fun take for a raw dessert or raw meal. Once you've put the mango sauce and all the fruit on, you do need to eat it fairly quickly. Just use a regular pizza cutter or a knife, slice it up, or just, tear off bits of it and enjoy. It's a beautiful raw meal to have on hand. So I can also add a few edible flowers. So I have these cute little pansies, and they would look really cute on here. So maybe I'll grab a couple of them and add them to this pizza. It's all about making the food pretty. And there you go. So please go ahead, hit the subscribe button and leave any comments below. And also, if you're interested in some of the products that I use here today, do check on my Speedy Vegan website. There's an Amazon store there where you can, or I'll put a link to the products in the show notes below. Thanks. Have a great day.